Hello everyone, welcome to SK Defense TV. Today I am going to show now Indonesia versus Israel military power comparison 2020. So let's start. Capital: Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia and Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. Land area: 1,904,569 square kilometer total area of Indonesia and 22,072 square kilometer total area of Israel. Global rank: 16 global rank of Indonesia and 18 global rank of Israel. Population: Indonesia 273 million and Israel 8.4 million. Active personnel: Indonesia 434,000 and Israel 176,000. Reserve personnel: Indonesia 400,000 and Israel 465,000. Total military: Indonesia 834,000 and Israel 615,000. Paramilitary: Indonesia 280,000 and Israel 8,000. Special forces: Indonesia 8,000 and Israel 2,200. Nuclear weapons: Indonesia has no nuclear weapons and Israel 90. Main battle tank: Indonesia 428 and Israel 2,760. Armed fighting vehicles: Indonesia 1,178 and Israel 10,275. Self-proof artillery: Indonesia 153 and Israel 650. Field artillery: Indonesia 366 and Israel 300. Rocket projectors: Indonesia 36 and Israel 100. Total aircraft: Indonesia 462 and Israel 589. Fighter aircraft: Indonesia 41 and Israel 259. Attack aircraft: Indonesia 39 and Israel 18. Multi-role aircraft: Indonesia 26 and Israel 229. Tanker: Indonesia 1 and Israel 13. Bomber: Indonesia and Israel have no bomber. Transport aircraft: Indonesia 54 and Israel 15. Total helicopters: Indonesia 177 and Israel 146. Attack helicopters: Indonesia 16 and Israel 48. Trainer aircraft: Indonesia 109 and Israel 154. Anti-aircraft missile system: Indonesia 1 and Israel 2. Serviceable airports: Indonesia 673 and Israel 47. Total naval assets: Indonesia 282 and Israel 65. Supercarriers: Indonesia and Israel have no supercarriers. Aircraft carriers: Indonesia and Israel have no aircraft carriers. Helicopter carriers: Indonesia and Israel have no helicopter carriers. Frigates: Indonesia 7 and Israel has no frigates. Destroyers: Indonesia and Israel have no destroyers. Corvettes: Indonesia 24 and Israel 4. Battlecraft: Indonesia 156 and Israel 45. Mine warfare craft: Indonesia 10 and Israel has no mine warfare craft. submarines, Indonesia 5 and Israel 6. Ballistic missile submarines, Indonesia and Israel have no ballistic missile submarines. Nuclear attack submarines, Indonesia and Israel have no nuclear attack submarines. Attack submarines, Indonesia 5 and Israel 6. Defense budget, Indonesia 9.3 billion USD and Israel 20 billion USD. Nominal GDP, Indonesia 1 trillion USD and Israel 410 billion USD. Purchasing power parity, Indonesia 3.7 trillion USD and Israel 372 billion USD. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel.